I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. Enjoy your session.
Thank you. Happy Wellness Wednesday, everyone. If I see that screen still doing that. I might try another computer. I'm going to try not to look at that because I'll get distracted. That'll throw our balance off. Might want to try with the phone as opposed to the computer, or vice versa, just to see if it changes anything. Let's begin by a nice tall spine, seated. And bring your hands to your belly and feel your breath as it is. Just by even bringing our awareness to the breath and bring our hands to the belly. Very often you can feel it start to have that wave-like pattern as we inhale. The belly's expanding into your palms. And as you exhale, it softens back down. We breathe in and we breathe out. Trying to keep a nice, aware, conscious breathing pattern as we practice. Keeping the focus on the breath helps us with our balance. So we focus on our breath and we focus on sensation in the body. Let's lower the arms down. Good. Spread your fingers and then let it go. And take your arms out to the side, palms upward. Spread your fingers. Imagine that your hand is expanding. Your fingers are expanding into space. And then let it go. You got it. Let's inhale, arm lift. And we're expanding from our heart out through our arms, our hands, and our fingers. Take a breath in. And in exhale, bring your thumbs inside your palms. Wrap your fingers around your thumbs and circle the wrists as we slowly lower the arms down by our side. And you can reverse the circle. Moving our tight hands, the back of the hand, the wrists, they get stiff. Everything gets stiff. If you're in Michigan or somewhere cold, you know what I mean. If you're a snowbird, well, you get the joy of a little bit more movement, lubrication in the joints. Not quite as dry. Let's bring the shoulders up towards our ears. And feel the length in the side of the body. And then exhale and let it go. And inhale, shoulders towards earlobes. And let it go. Good. Circle around on your hips. Notice the sensation in your spine as we circle. I got to do a little oiling of the chair. I don't know if you can hear that creaking. Little creaking, and bring it the other way. Reverse the circle. And then return to neutral. Let's drop the chin down towards our chest. And then inhale, lift your head so it's neutral. So the chin is parallel with the earth or with the seat of your chair. Exhale, lower the chin down. Inhale, chin rises. Let's turn the chin towards the right shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. As you inhale, imagine lengthening along the side of your neck. It's going to be the left side of your neck. Inhale, turn your nose back to center. Exhaling, Chin over the left shoulder. Take an inhale and feel the sensation now on the right side of your neck. Exhale. Inhale, imagine this expansive, it's almost like a stretching of the skin. And exhale, let it go. And one more time, breathe in. And out, and nose is back to center. Lift the heels, push down through the balls of the toes, from big toes all the way across. The feet, especially this time of year, circulation is lower, so we really have to move them. Exhale, lower the heels down. Inhale, they rise up. Exhale, they lower down. Inhale, one more. Now take your mind's eye to the big toes, the second, third, fourth, and fifth. Pressing them down. And exhale, release. Walk in place a few times to wake up the feet a little bit more. Inhale, let's lift the right knee. Sitting up tall as we lift it. Elbows can go out to the side. Exhale, let it go. Other side. Left knee rises. Exhale, letting it go. Alternate one and then the other. And feel the sensation of the foot touching the mat and the earth. Let it wake up the bottom of your feet. Time to wake up on this wonderful Wednesday. One more each side. And let that go. Arms are down by your side. Let's inhale them outwards. And then bring the palms towards each other. Press the wrist lines in. Spread your fingers. This is Padma Mudra, or Padma means lotus. So pressing the wrist lines in towards each other. And then bring the lotus in front of your heart. Notice as you bring the lotus into your heart, how you lift your heart upwards. Press down through your sitting bones. Open it up. Yes. Bring it back in. Keeping that lift with your chest. Open it up. You got it. Bring it back in. Let's turn the backs of the hands towards each other and then start to make a little, I don't know, I think of this like a flame. It's like a fire going upwards. We need a little warmth, like a campfire in front of us. A little chilly. Roll around your wrists and your hands. That's it. And then open up. Find your cactus. Elbows are a little bit lower than shoulders. Yeah, you can check it out. You can look to see. If they're up here, look what happens. The shoulders rise up. So we want to bring the elbows just a little bit lower. That's it. Bring your forearms towards each other. Press your fingertips into each other. Elbows towards each other. Forearms out. You guys look awesome. Fingertips. Open it up. Cactus. Beautiful. Let's feel the shoulder blades on the back here, lifting the right arm just to the point where you feel the shoulder blades still stay on the back as you lift the arm. If it starts to come off, then lower it back down and start again. So you're bringing your attention back here to the shoulder blade and how it feels. Lifting. I feel it come off right about here, but it's going to be different for everybody. And let's do the other side. Left lifting, and see this side feels different. I have to bring my attention back to this area and then go slower to feel it. That's it. Lifting and lowering. Good. Bring your palms together. Press them into your heart. Now the lotus is closed. Open up the lotus. As we lift the hands up, let's do an, we're gonna lift the hands up and then we're gonna om on lowering the arms back down. So inhale, we move the arms upward to your range of motion. And then on the exhale, pull them down as we say, om. So I want you to know this isn't a religion, just trying to get the vocal cords waking up. And om is considered the sound of the universe. It's not like you're praying to some deity unless you want to. We're just making sound and vibration. Let's do that again. So inhale, arms lift up. And it's an exhale, om. Feel the vibration as you bring the palms to your heart. We'll do it one more time. I wish I could hear you, but you guys are all on mute. Do it so loud that I can hear you through the mute. Inhale up. And exhale, om. You have to listen to me because I can't hear all of you. All right, lower it down. Let's find our cat pose. Round the spine, chin to chest, lean back, arms go longer. I'll do the side view. Round the spine, lean back, feel the tailbone, it's lengthening down, and the shoulder blades are spreading. Then we're gonna lift up, lift the heart. Remember your palms in front of your heart. In fact, you can bring them there. So the sit bones now are moving back and it's a curve like a C, going the opposite way. Exhale, round, hands to knees or thighs. Lean on back, make a big curve with your spine, both ways. Inhale, lift up, hands to heart. Heart rising, top of ears going back without dumping the head back. You know, you guys who've watched me before know we don't dump head back. We want to keep the back of the neck really super long so it feels good. Exhale, round. Inhale, hands to heart. Lift heart, pressing thumbs into heart. Good. One more time. Hands down. Inhale, lift heart, palms at heart center. Awesome. Let's widen our legs. So you mentioned balance. And balance, we've got the three systems primarily in place. Vision, our vestibular system, that's the inner ear, and our sense of space. So we've got proprioception, which is space around us, and interoception, which is space within us. You don't have to know all that, but if we take any of those away, then the balance starts to shift. So let's lift tall. Notice your eyes open. Now, close your eyes and feel yourself in space and notice how your balance may have changed just right here. We're going to play with this idea of opening and closing eyes in a few different positions. Know that you should be safe. And if you don't feel safe, then don't close your eyes. Okay. Inhale, heels rise up. Exhale, they lower. Inhale, they lift, arms rise. Give yourself a hug. Right arm over left. Feel those shoulder blades we were working. Big, big, big hug. As you lower your heels, open your arms. Yep. Now extend long. Extend long. Curl your fingers in towards your palm and your thumbs are moving upwards. Inhale, take a look at your thumbs as they come towards each other. Open it back up. Spread the fingers. Bring left over right. Lift your heels up. Beautiful. Give yourself a big squeeze. Exhale, lower the heels, open your palms. Close your fingers in towards your palms. This time, don't look at your fingers and see what happens as they land towards each other. Good, lift tall. Elbows can be bent or straight. It's going to be your range of motion. Open it up, release it down. Interlace your fingers, press them, the wrist lines away. That's it. Bend the elbows, pull it on in. Now, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to push the webbings of your fingers in towards each other, and at the same time, pull the elbows apart. Notice how that feels. Release that, let it go, and then let the elbows go. And we'll do that again. So push the webbings in towards each other of the fingers. Now pull the elbows away. Feel that isometric. Now press the fingers in, the webbings in towards each other. Beautiful. Release the elbows. Bring the elbows towards each other. They may not touch. That's okay. Lift the forearms and the elbows up. Exhale, release them downwards. Inhale, they go up. Open up into cactus. Release your right forearm to the thigh, left hand, and go to your hip. Now push your left hip down. So you're bringing your awareness to the left hip. Make sure that as you press the forearm into the thigh, you're keeping long through this side of the body. So none of that. We lift up, we find a nice length. Let's circle the left elbow around and about. Focusing on our breath, breathing in and out. I want you to imagine that your body is expanding and taking up more space with our poses. Then after the next one, start to straighten the arm to your range of motion, which means the elbow may be bent over your ear, lengthening. Now, once you find this lengthen, breathe in and extend more, even more, not to the extent of pain though, right? So it's extending from the inside out, aware of the sensation without pushing through pain. Maybe you close your eyes. Just feel how the pose is different as you close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Get ready. We're going to rise up, push down through the sit bones, press down through the thighs. We rise up. With your hands pushing into your thighs, press your heels upwards. Exhale, lower the heels down. Extending the right leg, push the heel down. Toes towards you. Drag the heel back underneath your knee. Pull the belly in and up. Let's do that again. Extending the right heel away from you. Pull it back in. Awesome. Left forearm to the thigh. And then you can take your hand and push down from the ribs down towards the hips. So we get super duper long. Bottom shoulder, so left shoulder's back. Take a breath here. Feel the pose right here. Does something feel out of alignment? Like it's blocking your breath or your energy. Make that adjustment. Then let's start to circle the right elbow and arm. So the elbow's lifting up. And you may take your gaze and follow your arm as it moves with your gaze. Breathe in and breathe out. And maybe the circle gets a little bit bigger. And when you're ready, extending the arm over your ear. Pull your ribs back. Notice if they're coming forward. I noticed mine were. pull them back. Think cat pose. Pull them back, anchor your sit bones down into the chair and lengthen. Lengthen. It's not necessarily about the arm. It's about the side of the body getting super duper long. Breathe in. And as we breathe in, it expands and it gets longer. So we're talking about expansion here. Think about energy beyond even the skin of your body. Breathe in and you're taking up that space. Breathe out. Now maybe close your eyes. And as we close our eyes, not only does it help our balance or change our balance, but it brings us more inward to really feel the pose. Notice where maybe there's a little bit of stress. Maybe where there's a little bit of contraction where you could release. Press down to your feet, rise up. That was a long time to be there. Lower the arms down and let's bring the feet back together. That was fun. Now hold on to the side of the chair, shoulders up and back. We're going to lift the right leg, open it out to the side, lower it down. Inhale, lift the leg, bring it back in, lower it down. Other side. Inhaling, left knee lifts. You can flex the foot, open it up, pull it back to neutral, lower it down. Inhale, we lift, open it up, bring it back in, lower it down. Open up, back wide. We're going to drag that left heel out to the side, pull it back in. Drag it back out. As you push the heel down, pull the toes towards you. Drag it back in. One more. Lengthen it. Sit tall. Lower the foot down now. You can lower it down or you can keep it up. Either way, we're going to go into a version of Warrior 2. Float the arms upward. We are in Warrior 2. Right side. Gaze towards your front fingertips. Let's reverse the warrior. Lifting the arm, the right arm upwards, left arm down towards your leg. Float back up. And let's just swing it towards our side angle, which we already did. And then reverse it. So we're floating. You go at your pace, nobody else's. And side angle. One more reverse. Come back to Warrior 2. Close your eyes. Close your eyes only if it feels safe to you, of course. Breathe in. Breathe out without opening your eyes. Bring your palms towards each other in front of your heart. Lift your heart upward and press down through your sitting bones and your feet. This happens all together. It sounds like I'm giving a whole bunch of directions, but they actually happen in connection with each other. Open up the palms. Close the eyes. Bring the palms towards each other. Lift the heart upward. Angle the sit bones downward. Feel the bottom of your feet touching the earth. Release the pose. Bring it on in. If you were feeling tight in your inner thighs, I bet they're opening up now. Left knee out to the side, extend the left leg. Make yourself comfortable in the chair. If you feel like the chair is cutting the inside of your thigh, move your hips around so you don't feel that. You should not feel uncomfortable. I mean, there might be a slight discomfort from the pose depending upon how you define it, but you shouldn't feel like the chair is cutting you in any way. Let's bring our palms to our heart center. Close the eyes. If it feels safe and accessible to you, open up your palms without opening your eyes. Gaze towards your front fingertips. Now open your eyes and look at your front fingertips. How does the experience change by closing our eyes? Close your eyes, bring your palms together. As your palms are together, lift your heart. Lift your heart, feel your thumbs touch your heart. Push down through the left sitting bone, open your palms. Take a breath in and a breath out, soften. Let's reverse the warrior, right arm down, left arm rises. Now maybe you gaze upward towards your fingertips. Maybe you close your eyes. Exhale, forearm to thigh, right arm over ear. Swing it back. It's a flowing, a gliding, and side angle pose. We call this side angle. You can kind of feel we're getting a big side stretch. One more time, reverse it. And wave it on over. Maybe you close your eyes for just, when you close your eyes, it could be for a millimeter of a second, if that's a real thing, but a brief floating second. Push down through your feet, rise up. Let's bring our feet together. Good, let's stretch the legs before we stand. So if you have a strap, place it around your right foot. If you don't have a strap, you can interlace your fingers underneath the thigh. I do love second chairs in front of us to rest the leg on. That's a really nice thing to do. If you have a sofa or another chair in front of you, placing the strap around the bottom of the foot. And then we sit tall again. Heel can start down. Take your vision, your inner vision, and down the leg and make sure that the area underneath the knee is not locking, or in between, in the knee is not locking. So we're tall. And then begin to lift the leg, either onto a chair in front of you, or perhaps it's just pressing away from you in the air. Push the heel away. Spread your toes. You don't need to look at your leg or your foot. Breathe in. Keep growing tall through the spine. Breathe out. Maybe you lower the leg, maybe you don't. These are always the options, you know that. You may take your right hand to the strap and extend your left leg out to the side. So this is a version of spinal balance. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath is in. And breath is out. Release the hand, maybe bring it back to the strap. Shoulders up and back, don't let them creep up. Release the leg, let it go. Maybe open and close the legs. So I'm getting a lot of questions about stretching. I think that's because we feel so tight this time of year. It's even, if we were tight before the winter, in the winter, it even increases, we have that sensation and the body is contracting more because it's cold. So when you're stretching by yourself or with us, you want to at least do 20 to 30 seconds, maybe longer. Really, ideally, you could stretch for a minute or more until you feel like it's too much, or till you feel the sensation kind of settling down. Because what happens is the sensation keeps changing. So we've got the strap around now, the left foot crossing the thigh, shoulders up and back. So even if we're right here, this may be enough where you feel a stretch. Notice the sensation. What if we stay here for a few breaths and notice as the sensation changes? Is it changing? Push out through the big toe mound. Now lift the leg, place it on something in front of you, or push it out in front of you into the space in front of you. And breathe in and out softly. Maybe you close your eyes, but feel the sensation of stretching. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in And breathe out. Notice that the sensation changes over time. Let's take the strap now into the left hand and extend the right arm out to the side for spinal balance. Feel your shoulder blade, it should be on the back. So even though you're extending along, pull the arm bone back so your shoulder blade's on your back. A breath in, a breath out. Notice the body may be developing a little bit of heat. Alter your practice based on your comfort level. And then take the hand back to the strap. Lower the leg down. Release the strap and come back to neutral. As we begin to stand, let's do a few seated sun salutes and then we'll take it to standing. So inhaling, arms lift up tall, where spine is tall. Exhale, arms out to the side, leaning forward. Spine is long. Now go ahead and release, let it go. On your inhale, take your hands to either your shins or your thighs, draw your shoulders up and back. Maybe gaze forward and slightly up for a little cobra pose here. It's a little back bend. It's like the cow pose. And then release again, let the arms go. Press down through your feet, arms out to the side, upwards towards the sky. Reach tall. Relax the shoulders back down, hands at the heart. With the hands at the heart, lift the chest, angle the sitting bones down. Exhaling, lowering the arms. Inhale out to the side, lengthen, take up space. Lift tall. Relax shoulders. Arms come out to the side like you are a bird or a plane. Feel the length of your spine. You might close your eyes, you might not. Notice how it feels with the eyes closed and open. How does your feeling of your position in space change with your eyes open or closed? Release the arms towards the earth. Inhale, hands to the thighs. Shoulders up and back for our seated cobra pose. Palms pressing down. Heart lifting, sit bones back. Lift tall. Arms come down, thread down heart center, hands pressing towards each other. Feel the warmth in between your palms. And if you are electing to stand, let's do it. So you can place the chair in front of you for mountain pose or to the side. Being against a wall is super duper nice. Super duper nice. I love the wall. You know I do. So if you experiment and play with the wall, you might love it just as much. All right, so our feet are hip distance apart. The backs of our legs are kind of soft, so they're not like locked. The knees aren't locking. You might have one hand on the chair. Turn the palms forward, thumbs out, and be right here. Now, if you want to, and it feels safe for you, close your eyes. Maybe hands, one or both hands are on the chair. Feel the pose. Notice the pose. Notice if you feel any wavering front to back or side to side. It's just to notice. We are living beings, and so our body is always moving. It's not going to be static. It might feel like it is, but it's not. There's always some movement. Lifting one or both arms towards the sky. One or both arms. Notice that the ribs come forward, pull them back. So when you think about it, your hips are over your arches or your heels, your shoulders are over your hips, your ears are over your shoulders. Exhale, soften. One or both arms out to the side, maybe one on the chair. Then take your hands to your thighs. Lengthen forward, one or both hands, I should say. We're lengthening forward. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Exhale, release the head and the jaw. Forward folding. Feel the weight in your feet. It should be around the arch, the center of the arch, maybe slightly forward. We don't want the weight back in the heels. That's going to change it up. Try to keep it centered. Let the head go. On your inhale, one or both hands come to your thighs. Lengthen the spine forward, circle the shoulders up and back. Exhale, release the head and the jaw down. On your next inhale, circle one or both arms up overhead. Hands at the heart. You got it. You did it. And now, let's bring the chair seat in front of us. So the chair seat is in front of us. We're going to take a wide stance. Toes are forward. Heels are pushing outward. And then you can let your hands come to the chair. Hold on to the side of the chair. Or bring your forearms down to the chair. So I want you to do what feels best for you. If your forearms are down, you might interlace your fingers. From here, we're going to turn the right toes out. And we're going to start to pulse the right knee over the heel and then bring it back. Exhaling, bending, and straightening. You don't even have to straighten and bend all the way. Go to your range of motion. You can, over time, either widen the stance or shorten the stance. Go a little bit deeper or not so. Now, maybe you hold it. Maybe you switch your arms so your forearms are down. Notice if that changes it up. I'm feeling this right about here in the back of the thigh, inner thigh. This is work. It definitely is. And then we're going to come back up. Turn the right toes forward. Have your hands on the chair. Let's do a few little push-ups. So we're going to bend our elbows, they come towards our side. Keep the shoulder blades on the back. We're not going all the way down like that. It's maybe a few inches. So exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhaling, lowering. Push down into the chair to rise up. This isn't easy, is it? Pull the belly in and up. Angle the sit bones down. Bending your elbows towards your side, shoulder blades on the back. Push down through your hands, rise up. Let's turn the left toes out and do the other side. You shift what's best for you in terms of your arm positions. Bend the knee over towards the heel. Bring it back. And over towards the heel. Bending the knee. You can always hold it for a breath or two if you'd like. That actually gives you a little time to feel it. It's working your thigh for sure. Bring it back in and bend it. And pull it back in. Let's turn all 10 toes forward. Lift up. Bring your feet towards each other. One or both hands at your heart. Practicing a little more balance, right? So let's try it with tree pose. With maybe a block. So we know we have all these variations of tree pose. We've got seated tree pose, which can be a balance act, by the way, right? Down here like this can be a balance act. You might close your eyes, and you can do so many different things with your hands. So we start in our mountain pose, and then you might bring a foot onto a block. This makes it asymmetrical. One foot's doing one thing, one is doing another. This leg, the left leg, is the standing leg. Now, if you don't want to use a block, you might have your toes down and your heel towards your ankle. They're pushing in towards each other. So the ankle's not falling in and it's not out to the side. It's not going in like that and it's not going out. It's straight up and down. I see a little string here. We'll get that out of the way. So toes down, heel into ankle, ankle pressing into foot. You could have fingertips touching, maybe arms out to the side. Maybe you play with both arms out to the side. Maybe one's up, one's on the chair, or maybe both are up. Maybe hands are at the heart and you're lifting your heart up as your wrists press in towards each other. Notice how it feels here. Notice if there's any wavering. Of course there is. We are not static beings. Now, if you feel safe, you might bring one hand or both hands to the chair and close your eyes. Or maybe just the inhale or just the exhale, or a few full breaths. Breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in and breathe out, and let's step it out. Toes felt like they had been there a while, so let your weight shift right to left, maybe bending one knee and then the other. And we will do the other side. Now you can just walk or shift your position with the chair. I'll take this block here. So now I'm going to stand on the right leg, put the left foot on the block. It's always different, right? It's always different. This feels very different than the other side. We're lifting tall. We're choosing what position is right for us. Maybe you like this better. Maybe you like this better with the foot pressing into the inner shin area and the shin pressing into the foot. Toes down, foot up. Toes down. Find your hand position. Could be completely different on this side. Feel a toning in your hip. So the hip's just not hanging out there. Our waist is we're lifting up and out of our waist, and then the hip muscles are toning. You can feel your muscles working and lengthening. So how do we lengthen? Push down. Feel the energy down your leg, down into your foot, down into the earth. And then at the same time, feel a lengthening through your inner body upwards. Find the hand position that's right for you. Make sure you're breathing. And check out the inside of your mouth. It should be soft. Notice if the tongue is contracting, let it go. Shifting, playing, breathing, maybe eyelids touching and closing, maybe not. Think of it as play. Get all that self-judgment out of there, not necessary. We don't want any self-judgment going on. Shoo it out. And then release and let yourself sway. Let yourself sway right and left, maybe the arms swinging like windshield wipers. Let it go. Let your body go. Let it sway. Any of you guys do Tai Chi? I don't, but they always look so graceful and so fun. Would love to take it up. That would be fun. That would be lots of fun. All right. Let's bring our feet together and find our version of wall dog. Yay, I can't believe we haven't done a wall dog yet. Hands on the back of the chair and the seat of the chair. Walk your feet back. Feet are hip distance apart. Toes are forward. Feel your weight in your feet. Take your sitting bones back. When in doubt, take your buttocks back and out. There you go. Knees can bend. And then we press our legs back. The legs may straighten. And then exhale and bend them. Now, pretend you're like the cat pose. Round your spine, gaze at your belly. Sit bones back. Go the other way for cow pose. Lift your heart, push your palms down into the chair, gaze forward. Sit bones back. Exhale, round, sit bones back. Cat pose, chin towards chest, towards navel. Inhale, heart forward. Back of the neck long. Sit bones back. Let's find our wall dog. It'll feel good. Straightening the leg. Take a breath in, maybe close your eyes. Breath out through the nose. Walk your feet back towards the chair. Hands at your heart. Feel your body in space. Feel your body in space. Let's do our favorite chair pose, and we'll add a twist on. So let's start by walking in place, alternating. So one knee is up and then the other. And you can have your hand on the chair. You can always have two chairs, by the way. You can have one chair to your right side and one to your left. Then we're going to play with swinging one or both arms as we walk in place. Breathe in and breathe out. If you want, and it feels available to you, you can do alternating arms. See, I got to stop for a second and think about it. And you got the chair there for your balance, right? So swinging and lifting legs. Think about it as high steps. High steps. And play with swinging. Now we could do it the other way. Instead of the opposite arm and leg, we could do the same arm and leg. So it will look like this. Notice which one feels more like a brain teaser. Which one comes more naturally? And which one is more like, ooh, I got to think about it. Go back to the other. Alternate. We're going to do that chair pose I said. So come back to center. Have a seat. Notice the chair is there and I'm here. So it's a seat that's not there. Take your sitting bones back. Take your palms towards your heart. One or both. One or both. And then slowly rise up. Pressing down through your feet to rise. Let's do it again. Exhale, lower hips. As you lower your hips, take them back, then angle them down. You're going to feel the lower back, it's lengthening down. So it looks like this. Hips are back. See how they're going back? Then lengthen them down. Now, maybe we do a twist and open up one arm back while we're in this pose. That's fun, isn't it? And switch it up. Take the other arm back. I'll show you the front view. So here's the front view. Gaze back. Switch it up. Maybe both arms are lifted. Maybe both are at your heart, and then you twist. And you twist. You rise up. That's a long time to be in that pose. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do a lunge with a twist. So, right leg is forward, left is back. Just for a stretch through the back of the calf here, right? So as we bend this knee forward, we're feeling a stretch through the back calf. And then straighten the front leg a little bit and notice how the stretch goes away in the back leg. Maybe it doesn't go away fully, but it's less. Bending, feel a little bit more. You can always bend that back knee if it's too much. So play with bending front knee, bending back knee, straightening back leg, straightening front leg. And find the place where the knee is bent and you're feeling a nice stretch through the back leg. Step the back leg to meet the front. And other side. Last standing pose. Bending knee, front knee over heel, bending back knee, straightening back knee, straightening front. Bending front, bending back, lengthening back, lengthening front. Just a way to ease in, or you can just pulse the front knee to bend it and to straighten it. Then find that pose where you feel a nice stretch. Take a few breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to step the right foot to meet the left. Come to standing and return to seated. For our final twist, sitting tall. Feel your weight on your hips. You might shift right and left and find center. And then you're going to bring your left hand outside your right thigh, left hand behind. Can be at a diagonal like this, or hand at the back of the chair. Lift tall, open up. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. A few more breaths here so you can really feel your twist. Eyelids can close. Inside the mouth is soft. Tongue is relaxed. Jaw is relaxed. Back to center. Notice how it feels just doing one side. We got to do the other side. Right hand outside left thigh. Push down through the hips, grow tall. Turning a little bit or more. You find how much the turning should be for you. You want to twist from the navel up though. We're not looking to cause pressure. And then the neck turns last. Take a few nice deep breaths in towards your belly expanding. On the inhale, exhale, softening, letting the air out through the nose. Feel the air as it comes in through the nose and out through the nose. Return to center. Take a minute or two to relax, or longer. We've been moving for a full hour. I don't want to keep you, but I highly recommend that you bring Shavasana or resting pose into your life if you haven't yet. It's quite dreamy, but it's a position of relaxation It's not like going to sleep, although some people do fall asleep while they're doing Shavasana relaxation pose. There are some teachers that say Shavasana should be in every pose, to experience Shavasana in every pose. You might let your back of your hands rest on your thighs. You could have your legs up on that chair in front of you. You might cover yourself with a blanket. Allow the breath to soften. We're not controlling it. We're not lengthening it. We're not shortening it. Our lips are gently closed. We can feel the subtle pulsation as we breathe throughout the whole body. Relaxing the fingers and the toes, the hands and the feet, the arms and the legs, the shoulders and the hips, the head and the torso. Whole body from the inside out, the outside in, experiencing the sensation of relaxation. Stay for as long as you are able to enjoy this pose. As we close our class, we've been doing a giving and gratitude challenge at Yoga Moves. If you'd like to join us anytime for this month, bring your palms in front of your heart and think of a time where you've been deeply grateful. And feel that sensation in your body. It could be for being it could be grateful for having a little time for peace and quiet, or a meal on your table. And feel that in your very being. And think of a time where you gave something to someone. It could be taking their mail out of the mailbox for a neighbor. It could be opening a door for somebody. Whatever it is. It could be giving someone a smile. Notice how that feels. See yourself doing it. Namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful Wellness Wednesday. As always, I'm here for any questions. Feel free to contact me. I hope you all enjoyed class. I don't see the flashing anymore, so hopefully that went away.
Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you, Ed.
Mindy, you're always so full of mights and maybes to encourage me.
That's, you know what? And nothing's an absolute, right? Like, I mean, the only thing absolute to me is making sure you're safe. You know, and then it's really up to you because our body is different every time.
Well, I look forward to your class.
Oh, and I look forward to being with all of you.
Oh, thank you, Mindy. How was your vacation?
It was good. It was real family time.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And the Michigan game, you know, we were in Arizona.
Yeah. I know my husband likes to joke. He's like, you know what? You guys just need to leave once the game starts. The band just needs to leave once the game starts because they stink. Not the band, the players. Oh.
Oh, boy. It was
But
fun.
my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, they received tickets. He used to be in the Army, something.
Oh.
And so they received tickets and went to the game, and she was like, the band did awesome. Not so much the other guys.
And of course they did. They absolutely did.
So
I love when you send those photos. Yeah. You know what? It was fun. My husband and son went to the game and they had fun.
oh good. Oh
Yeah.
good.
Even though, I mean, it would have been more, but okay.
Right.
It was still a life experience.
Right. And they had fun. The only like drawback were the planes. They had issues with the planes, but who didn't have an issue with a plane? Unfortunately.
Right. That was just amazing that everybody made it who made it, right?
You're right. Yes. So they made it there, made it back. Life is good. They I think they got back a day late, and then they started classes Wednesday. So like late Monday, Tuesday, they got back and then started classes Wednesday. So, but it's all good. It's all good. And he had fun. So, I mean, it's not, that'll be something that they can't take away from you.
Absolutely.
Cheryl knows this, right?
I
trying to
do,
remember
yeah.
what the weather was like that
Go
day.
band, go band.
That's right.
Oh, man.
He didn't
Yay.
really send any pictures, but I'll have to see if he has some pictures so I can send them to both of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be great. I always show him to my son.
Aw,
Yeah.
was he in the band or he just,
You know, he's just a Go Blue fan.
oh, okay. Yay.
Take care, everyone.
All right,
Thank you, you too.
Bye-bye. See you Friday.